Hey guys, this is Epic 505 here, and today we'll be checking out the IS-3, the heavy tank tech tree tier 8 of the USSR. So this tank has decent things going for it in each category. It has average gun handling and damage. It has decent armor profiles. It has a great mobility for a heavy tanks, and it has really good traverse speed. So this tank is a heavium in my opinion. It has all elements necessary for a medium tank, and essentially this is you buying a medium tank, a slower medium tank, and having some extra armor on it. That's pretty much what the IS-3 is. So don't expect to get bounces. I make a mistake here, and you can see IS-30 easily cuts through us. To be fair, I was showing my side. Still, just look at this great mobility. I'm easily able to catch up with the rest of my team here. So the gun used is the BL9. That's the top gun, 122mm with the pen of 225mm, and an alpha of 400. Even though most of the time you low roll a 350. The reload is 13 seconds. It's nothing. It's a pretty slow reload given the tier it's in. For example, the IS-152 has only a 12-second reload. The caliber is at 122mm, so you can overmatch some armor plates, including the side of some Chinese medium tanks, which we are about to see. The weapon handling, the aim time is around 3 seconds. The dispersion on move is absolutely terrible. Just look at that. It's honestly the worst dispersion ever. And waiting for that reticle to shrink, yeah, it takes a long time to aim, and you do not have a good reload time. So the gun, even though the alpha is impressive, their handling, I have to say, is one of the worst of the tier 8 tanks. Honestly, I think the IS-152 has better gun handling, which is a lot to say for it. The armor profile is around 220mm on the turret, but angled to an insane degree. You can see by the turret shape that it's around 300mm on specific areas, which makes the turret invulnerable to most tanks. So you can confidently use the turret as long as the enemy tanks, as long as you're moving back and forth, because you do have a weak armor plate just above your gun. The side of the turret is 110, and the rear is also 110. The whole front is around 175 with the pike nose, which makes it easy to pen by everything. Like, you're not gonna get bounces from your pike. The side is 90 degrees with 90mm with 30mm spaced armor, which does give you some bounces, troll bounces, but don't expect to get them all the time. The rear is 60mm, which is decent. You won't get high explosive due to the angle, so you won't get heathed by T-49s. I don't think T-49s can pen your rear. So considering this, your mobility is very, very good. You can go confidently at 40 kilometers per hour, and given the gun packs and armor, it's a decent thing. So this tank, you have to try and stay hold down, or make sure the enemy can only shoot your turret. So I'm going to do something called face hugging. So there's the enemy T-32 right over here. I'm going to face hug this T-32, and he's going to have some issues penning me. So I do get one shot into his super weak frontal plate. I don't have the gun depression to use to go hold down. So essentially what you have to do is face hug them, so they can only shoot your turret. He's going to bounce me, and I'm going to shoot him and kill him. Concerning the armor profile of the IS-3. Front on from another IS-3, you can see the major vulnerabilities. The pike nose is incredibly weak, the lower plate. You can say that the front of the IS-3, if you're facing it head on without any cover, you're gonna get penned. But the turret, you can see here, it's incredibly strong. If you keep it angled at the enemy, yeah, you're not gonna pen. 1% chance of penetrating. It's incredibly hard to pen an IS-3 turret if it's looking at you. But the second you look away, they switch to Primo, yeah, you're gonna have you're gonna get panned a bit. So the IS-3 turret is very strong. It's some areas it's 300 millimeters. Front on, the only weaknesses are the cupola, which is around 80 millimeters, apparently 169 millimeters, and the area above the gun, which is around 41 millimeters. Concerning the side, you can see that the armor profile of the IS-3, with the second that they get to hit anything other than your turret, you're not gonna survive much. The side armor, the side spaced armor is in fact very troll due to the fact that it will the spaced armor will block or decrease the damage done by high explosive shells and decrease the pen of high explosive anti-tank shells. So a T-49, for example, or a missile will have troubles penning and will usually bounce if they hit my side armor. Sometimes the reactions are very, very interesting, like a T-49 hitting me with heat on the spaced armor and bouncing. The armor profile, most people suggest reverse side scraping because the side armor is in fact very strong, the spaced armor. However, this is problematic due to various reasons. You have the very weak armor deck, engine deck I meant, so if anyone shoots that engine deck, because you are a very low tank, anyone shoots that engine deck, they're gonna pen you. Another problem is that your the area around your tracks, it's very, very thin and you can get overmatched. So I believe that the 88mm cannot overmatch you, but anything above 120mm, they're going to be able to pen this area when you're attempting to side scrape. See, the IS-3 can quite easily pen this area. So when you're reverse side scraping, and if they switch to primer, you're not gonna stand lots of chances. Though, what I suggest doing in the IS-3 to get bounces is wriggling your tank. So you can see here that the pike nose, if I reverse it this way, the pike nose is notably stronger. You have 24% penning that pike nose, and the auto bounce mechanics will prevent you from penning the left side of the tank completely. So assuming you just wriggle your tank around like that, people, especially tanks which have very poor dispersion, will have to spend a long time just aiming at you, and they risk hitting the very angled side armor or one of the stronger pike noses. When you're trying to roll past a corner, you're going to realize that if you roll around just like this, just right your pike nose like that, you're going to get penned. So rolling in front of a corner with a pike nose, it's suggested that you do something like this, so your pike nose is completely invulnerable. So with this app, you can quite easily see how to angle yourself in battle. So what situations should you try and maneuver the tank into? Well, the IS-3 is very capable in hold down positions that with the if the gun depression allows it. You only have -5 degrees gun depression, so you cannot peek over ridgelines like the E-Meal. However, if on flat ground and there's a protrusion from the ground, like a hay bale or a dead tank, you can use that armor to protect you and they can only hit your turret, which, like mentioned before, is very strong. So the tank combines lots of elements. It has a great gun, the BL9. It has solid armor profile if you manage to put it into the right situations. And it has a great mobility, being able to maintain 40 kilometers per hour, traverse very well, and has a great ground resistance. So the IS-3 is a medium tank. It's practically a medium tank with better armor. So when you're getting this tank, make sure that you don't play this like you're going to expect bounces like a heavy tank or a VK100, but like the heavium it is. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Epic 5105. Hope you like this video. Have a nice day.